my name is Megan Fuentes. I am the Administrative Assistant for Writers Atelier, and today we are going to be completing a word crawl together using our new word crawls that we made new for this year. We took a poll on Instagram and we decided that the one we wanted to see me do was a visit to the antique shop. So let's go do that. We have 3 different ones on here. A stroll through the woods and a friendly baking competition are other options you have for our word crawls. And then we also have the playing card word crawl, which is kind of a do your own thing. It's a drop down of like 30 mini challenges, and you can kind of like pick and choose, like, oh, I'll do challenge 1, 14, and 29, and then you've kind of customized your own word crawl experience. But for now, we're going to do a visit to the antique shop. Okay, so an autumn, before we get started, I'm going to read these, and then we are going to pause the video when I'm done reading. Just continue along. And I'll tell you when to pause. All right, so a visit to the antique shop. An autumn breeze nips at your nose as you head down Main Street in your favorite small town. The holiday season is around the corner, and you have a full day planned for finding gifts for your loved ones. But first, you need breakfast to start your day. You walk up to the open window of a bakery and tell them your order. Select one of the options below to start your first challenge. So, take a look at these options. If you order a breakfast sandwich, order a bagel and schmear, or a gluten-free donut, and then you get to pick which option you have, and you would only drop down one. So if I were to pick a bagel and schmear, which is what I would probably pick in this situation, you pay 275 words. So pause the video now, write 275 words. And I am going to leave the rest of them a mystery. The drop-down menus all say different things, but if you want to explore these word crawls yourself, you can head down to the link in our description, and you'll be able to find out more about them, and all of our other NaNoWriMo resources will also be linked down there. So, moving on. You take the last bite just before you step into your first stop, a charming little place called Vintage Treasures. Dimly lit and cozy, a wave of nostalgia for a bygone era you never knew comes over you. You're sure you'll find some hidden gems here. It'll just take a little hunting. Select as many of the options below as you like. So, these ones are a little bit different, so you can pick all 3 if you need to get in a whole lot of words, or you can pick 1 or 2. I like, personally, browsing the jewelry and clothing option, so we're going to go with that. A tree-shaped jewelry stand catches your eye. Upon closer inspection, one of the necklaces on display is a locket. Inside is a folded-up note. Write 100 words in 5 minutes for good luck. If that fails, write an extra 50 words. So you can pause the video now and write those 100 words, and if you can't manage to write 100 words in 5 minutes, go write the extra 50 words to kind of make up. And yes, we are going to include the classic trying on clothes montage we know and love. Sprint for 15 minutes. So, pause the video and sprint for 15 minutes. Now that we're back, but of course you can't pass up perusing the books. Surveying the shelves, you notice one of the books doesn't look like the others. You take it off the shelf, open it, and are surprised to see handwriting instead of typewritten text. Write at your own pace until you make a typo. So for our word crawls, you'll want to pay special attention to anything that's bolded and italicized, because those are going to be instructions. So, and sometimes they're kind of sneaky hidden in there, and this is one of them. Write at your own pace. Write at your own pace until you make a typo. For me, that's like 20 seconds. But maybe it's a little longer for you. It only takes a few lines of reading before you realize this is someone's diary. It must have been mistakenly donated. You take it up to the register and explain what's happened, but the owner gets dollar signs in his eyes. It seems that it's very precious to you, but who knows? It could be something of historical significance. I can't let it go for less than 1,000 words. So you're being told to, if you want to take it back, you are going to have to buy 1,000 words. Now, I'm not a haggler by nature. That's just not who I am as a person. So I would be accepting the price if I were put in this situation. The owner was actually expecting you to haggle, and he's a little thrown off by your capitulation. I'll tell you what, if you can write 700 words in half an hour, I'll let you have it for that. If you fall a little short, just toss another 150 words on top of whatever you manage. I don't have all day. Okay, so you can pause the video and attempt to write 700 words in 30 minutes. And then if you write less than 700 words, write whatever you have, add 150. Moving on. Diary in hand, you leave the antique shop, and you have no idea what to do with your little discovery. On a whim, you check the back of the book. You're in luck. There are 2 addresses, one in green ink and one in purple. One of these might be the owner's address. Which address will you visit? So you have the option for green ink, or you have the option for purple ink. I prefer purple ink. I've noticed I've done pretty much entirely the right-hand side. But that wasn't intended. 210 Forest Avenue, where you'll write 210 words as you wait for someone to answer the door. So, right, an 8-minute sprint first, and then after you're done with that sprint, another 210 words. The young woman who answers the door tells you, "Oh, this is my abuela Faustina's handwriting. It's one of her old diaries. She wanted me to have this and all her others when she passed, so she wrote my address in it. She must have donated it by accident. I was just about to step out, but let me give you her new address. It's not far from here." Okay, so now you have the owner's address. At long last, you arrive at the owner's house. A silver-haired woman answers the door and beams when she sees what you're holding. She calls out over her shoulder, "Angelo, you can stop looking now. This good Samaritan found the darn thing." You tell her you're just glad you could help the diary find its way back home, but she insists on giving you a little something for your trouble. She has you spell out your first and last name for the check. Write for as many minutes as there are letters in your name, then enjoy the reward of a job well done. So this would be write as many letters as there are, write for as many minutes as there are letters in your name. So my name is Megan, Megan, so I would be writing for 5 minutes. Or this is one of the directions that's a little flexible. If I like longer sprints, or if I know I'm behind, I can use my last name, which is Fuentes, Fuentes, and then that together is 12, so that would be a 12-minute sprint. And then I could even add my middle name if I really wanted, like a longer sprint. And then you've come to the end. Congratulations on completing the word crawl. What will you do next? So now that we've completed the word crawl, there are 2 others that we can do. I'm going to leave those for you to discover on your own. And like I said, there's also if we go back to all of the word crawls, we have, in addition to the 3 kind of narrative ones, like the one we did, we have the playing card word crawl, which is more, there's no story attached to it. It's just mini challenges that build on top of each other. So that was our word crawl, one of 4, I guess, that we've made for you. Good luck with NaNoWriMo. We are rooting for you here at Writer's Atelier. Please check out the description to find all of the links and all sorts of other resources. And I hope to see you around our online community. Bye.